Hey everybody, nice to see y'all. Well, I can't see y'all, but you know. Anyway, in this video, I have got 3 different little things that we always do for holiday. It's not necessarily baking. It may require a little bit of stovetop usage, but for the most part, it can be done in the microwave. It's real easy and simple. It's a couple of fudge recipes and our almond bark pretzels that we dip. It's just real simple recipes that you can do for any holiday get-togethers that you may have, and they're very versatile, quick, and easy. Hey everybody, we're going to be making the white chocolate cranberry pistachio fudge. So Christmas fudge I make every Christmas, and it's real simple. All you have to have is a microwave. You probably could do it stovetop over maybe a double broiler or something like that, but today we're going to do it in the microwave. And I just used great value ingredients from Walmart. You do not have to use name brand. First thing is that we need to melt 2.5 cups of white chocolate chips. Just put them in a mixing bowl and just melt them in the microwave. Okay, so I forgot to tell you to add the condensed milk before you put it in the microwave. So it was supposed to be in the 2.5 cups of the white chocolate chips and a 14-ounce can of condensed milk. And then I already took and chopped up the pistachios, shelled pistachios, half a cup, and a half a cup of dry cranberries. And you just stir that in. And that's it. You just pour it into a lined square baking dish. 8 by 8 is fine. It can be really any kind of smallish baking dish. You don't want a real big one because you want it kind of thick. You pour it into the baking dish, and then you pour it in the fridge until it hardens up, and that's it. We call it Christmas fudge. Okay, so this is my second fudge recipe. It's called Festive Fudge, and I do the one that is peanut butter glazed. So it's got a little bit of peanut butter in it, very little, and it has a little bit of a glaze on top of peanut butter. So what I did was I went ahead and put 3 cups of chocolate chips in a bowl with a 14-ounce can of condensed milk. You can microwave it. The recipe calls for it to be done over a double boiler, but you can microwave it with the milk in it. I use dark chocolate chips, the Ghirardelli 60% cacao, I believe is what it's called. You can use semi-sweet, which is what the recipe calls for, and that's the only other flavor that I have tried. But it would probably be really good with milk chocolate too. So what I did was I went ahead and I melted it, and the milk and the chips together, and then you can add about 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla. Extract or flavoring, does not matter. It's a very forgiving recipe, real easy. I wouldn't consider this a 1-bowl fudge recipe unless you're not going to do any of the add-ins. The original recipe calls for nuts, but you don't have to put nuts in it. But to put the peanut butter flavor in it, I'm going to have to add some peanut butter chips in it. And I think I need 3/4 of a cup of peanut butter chips. And I just use just whatever you can find. It doesn't matter. My Walmart had the Reese's. So that's a half. And then that's 3/4. Alright, let me microwave this and I'll show you what to do next. Okay, so as you can see, there are little pieces left of the peanut butter chips where they've melted. And all I do is I just stir it up until those are completely melted, which doesn't take but a few minutes. I put it in the microwave just for like 30 seconds. Then I take my wax paper lined pan. I usually try to find the smaller pans like the similar to the 8x8 pan. to usually make brownies in or something like that. I try to use glass, but you could use metal. Glass is just what I have. So we just spoon all this in here, and then we put it in the fridge, and then I'll show you how to make the glaze. Okay, so our fudge, our chocolate fudge is hardened up. They hardened up in the fridge. Now it's time to put the peanut butter glaze on top. So you take 1 cup of peanut butter chips, and you take a half a cup of whipping cream, and you put that in the microwave and stir it until it's thick and smooth. Okay, so got my glaze ready. It's just peanut butter chips and some whipping cream, nothing else. Microwave it for about 30 seconds, don't let it burn. And it's best if you take a whisk and kind of whisk it together. It seems to come together better when you whisk it. So then you just take it and you pour it over the already hardened chocolate fudge. Scrape your bowl out. Get all of it out. And what you need to do next is kind of just spread it around. It's not got to be perfect, but you do need to try to cover the chocolate with it, because this is actually like a little light layer on top, and it's going to harden just like the fudge does. Okay, so now we need to put it back in the fridge until it hardens up. Okay, so the next little goodie that I'm going to make is something real simple. I use almond bark. White almond bark is our favorite. We don't real crazy about the chocolate flavor, but you could use that if that's what you prefer. So and what we do is we dip pretzels in it, and let me show you how we do that. Okay, so you just take some of the almond bark, you put it in a bowl, microwave it, and then we get some pretzels. In this case, I got mini twists because they didn't have the large ones. So you drop the pretzel in, and some people just only do half, but we do the whole thing. And then we place it on waxed paper, and a cookie sheet's the perfect thing. Just line a cookie sheet or a baking sheet with wax paper, and just set the pretzels on there to dry and harden up, which only takes literally minutes. And also, while they're still wet, you can sprinkle some sugars or non-perils or any kind of little sprinkles on them. So I got some red ones, red sugars. So I decided I was going to just sprinkle a few of these with some sugar while they're wet, and then when they dry, it'll stay, and there you go. You've got another little treat. It's like really affordable, it doesn't cost much to make, and it's not very difficult. So something else to add to a party that you're having during the holidays, or just to munch on at home.